Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Casso Podcast, episode 40. We're broadcasting from beautiful Brighton, Colorado, right in the heart of Colorado's 8th Congressional District, and right in the heart of AJ's ancestral lands for at least the last 30,000 years. Why is that so funny? It's the truth.
Keep going.
Okay.
Oh, come on now. That ain't even bullshit. That's horse shit.
Here's another gift I got from Jason and his family. Wow, that's an awesome gift, dude.
No, I was laughing because sometimes at work, people would be like, is it 40,000 or 30,000 years?
But I have every time AJ, which will be often, every time AJ says some nonsense, I have to get him with the bullshit button. So just be ready for it. And AJ, I asked him, I said, do you want to share it? He's like, no. All right. Well, that's mine. So
I'll probably hit it.
If he tries to reach for it, I will ancestrally whip his ass.
What's up, Dan?
What's up, bud?
Did you get the whole intro out? I black out. I zone out every time.
I don't know. I was asleep when you came over today, which is and I'm still sick. But
by the way, guys, if you've been keeping track,
it's been 8 months.
Oh my God.
It's been like 4 weeks. I had a summer cold, man.
Yeah. Anyways, no, but normally I'm sleeping in.
Yeah.
You said you called me. I didn't get anything.
I called him this morning to wake him up and nothing, and then he showed up and I was all asleep. Shit. I was like, I guess we're not. Yeah, I guess we're shooting it tonight.
He's so dramatic too.
Yeah.
Because he woke up and he was like, I thought we were just going to do it tonight since you didn't want to answer your phone. Dude, I didn't get a call. I was getting ready. You said be here at 9. It's 9:10. It was 9:20.
Warning, bullshit alert.
You can't just hit it. It's got to be.
Welcome to the bullshit podcast.
Yeah. It's got to be tasteful. No, but how's this week been for you, Dad?
Well, we're moving your sister to Las Vegas in 2 days, so that's gonna suck for one.
Suck for who? Suck for who?
For you. Yeah. I'm supervising the move.
Oh, dude. So, quick story. We went over on Wednesday to move an amp. And a couple other things. Dude, that sucked.
Yeah.
That was so brutal on my arm.
Were you sore the next day? Literally? No joke?
No, because I went to the gym. So I can't say that I can't pinpoint where I was sore from. Mm-hmm. I'm just always sore.
Yeah, so we're doing that. Daughter.
That sounds arrogant. I'm sore mostly. I go to the gym. That's it. So, I just didn't want I don't want to sound arrogant like, I was at the gym, so I'm always sore. But I am most of the time. Anyways, keep going.
This is how I'm going to buzz in on trivia, too. I'm like, I got it.
No.
Buzz in.
You need a separate button for that.
Oh.
Because it's really loud in my ear.
I wonder if the mic is catching it.
I think so. If I could hear it, I bet you it is.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll find out in editing, in post-op. In post-op.
No, I won't even check during the edit. We'll just put it up and be like, oh, it's there. Dude, these past couple of weeks have just been long days. You know what I mean?
Hot days, dude. It's been hot as hell in Denver, man. And it's going to be 100 all weekend. And then we're going to Vegas. It's going to be 120.
Dude, well, I mean, apart from the rain this week, this whole summer, you could really feel this drought. You know?
Yeah. It feels like we're in the desert.
How do you feel about that? I mean, you're big AI. You're Mr. AI. How do you feel about that coming to Colorado and taking our water?
No, I don't. I think their solutions are like China's using the ocean to actually cool their processors, but we're gonna. I like what Musk is saying. Actually, the best place to cool them is in space, where it's negative 250 degrees outside of the stratosphere, and so there he's actually. Again, we're gonna make him the first quadrillionaire or whatever the hell comes after trillionaire, because Tesla and Starlink are going to be up there with data centers in satellites. That's what their plan is.
That's Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs, though.
Yeah,
you remember that movie?
Yeah. They say
that's so stupid, but really, that's Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs.
Yeah. Well, no. What's funny is they say that if we keep putting satellites up there at the rate that we're putting them up there, we're actually going to have a ring like Saturn of satellites. That's crazy.
Well, I remember when
within
I was
the
a
next
kid,
100 years.
I remember when I was a kid, we went to like the museum and we watched
Yeah.
the IMAX or the 40X, whatever,
Yeah.
of space junk.
Yeah.
And my teacher, like, we had to take notes on it afterwards and whatever.
Mhm.
But my teacher was like, "How do you think we solve this?" And in my head, I'm like, "There's no solving space junk.
Yeah.
What are you gonna? How are you gonna get all that stuff down? And why would you care?"
You can shoot it down, but then
it just makes smaller pieces of junk.
you can laser it down.
You could Death Star it down.
Yeah.
No, but even then, I mean, if it enters our atmosphere, that's gonna suck for somebody. You know what I mean?
Not if you pulverize it and it's like little meteorites or
and then it
whatever.
would probably burn up before it hit anything.
No.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But
that's what their plan is, because obviously they're saying that the data centers already consume as much water in the United States as every human in the United States. In a year-to-year basis. I'm like,
it's bad.
I do not. And again, which is really weird. And again, are we in a weird timeline or something? Because I have kept my eyes on technology for my whole life, and I didn't hear about data centers till about 6 months ago. Seriously,
Mhm.
I knew that they were coming and they were going to support all of the new quantum computers and all that, but I did not know that that AI and that the data centers were guzzling so much water and so much energy too. Not just water.
Mhm.
I mean, they need nuclear power to actually power each one of these data centers. Most of the data centers, they're even repurposing 3 Mile Island to feed them power. And there's a solution. And Elon Musk is right. I hate saying it, but he's right again. He's like, well, you can use solar power to actually power them, and you can use the coldness of space to keep them cool.
That's pretty smart. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm not surprised I didn't think of it, but you know what I like. But sometimes I do feel bad using AI to make silly things, but then I'm like, well, I don't know, because it goes, for me at least,
It's a gallon of water every time.
yeah, dude, I feel kind
Every
of
time you
bad.
do a question search, it's like seriously like 2 gallons of water.
But at the same time, I feel like I feel the same way when I drive my car. But there's other, like, China's using AI more than my little picture of me with.
Dude, do you feel the same way when you take 40-minute showers? Because when he used to live here, it'd be like, dude, you just wasted 500 gallons of water.
Take 40-minute showers, dude.
Oh my goodness, you didn't feel bad then? AJ's not an environmentalist.
I like to claim that I am, but I don't.
Not if you take 40-minute showers, dude.
I don't take 40-minute showers, but I also don't like. I'm not super watchful of my footprint, if that makes sense.
That's it.
Bullshit detected.
For
Take
what?
precautions.
Just cause? Just because you have it in front of you?
Yes.
So yeah, no. That's just Elon Musk is a dork, but that's a pretty smart idea.
No, and once we get past AGI, which is general intelligence, and they are exponentially smarter than us, who knows what they're going to do? Seriously, they're going to be in control of everything. AI is going to be in control of everything.
I don't know, dude.
Not like Terminator, but they're going to be.
Dude, I don't know if I want to live like that, though.
It's a weird life.
I mean, that sounds like you're going to be like, meh. That sounds like that's communism. You know what I mean? Like the whole world will be, I don't have to work.
I thought you liked DSA, buddy.
No, I don't. What?
You went from MAGA to DSA in 6 months.
No, I'm not delusional. I'm not. Everybody else did, though.
I'm like, AJ, can you go right in the middle and you'll be all right?
No, everybody else went that way, though. Anyways,
I didn't.
No, you didn't.
Did you see what I posted today, though? It was like, you raised me as a Christian to care about others my whole life and did this and did that. And now you call me a stupid socialist libtard communist because I care about others. That's how it goes, buddy.
Yeah.
Or should I hit it on myself?
No.
I just said something.
I'm getting sick of that button. I'm going to throw it like
in 8 minutes you got sick of it?
Yeah.
9 minutes?
I'm going to throw it like you threw Grogu.
He pissed me off, dude. He knocked the soda all over the place after everything went wrong that morning for an hour.
That was so fun. Now, other news of the world. We talked about it right before we went on air. The House passed the, what was it? The NDAA or something like that. Yeah. $1 trillion more to the military, which I'm
1.5.
1.5 trillion, which I'm torn on. I really am. Because do I think that the military should be, one of the highest
Priorities.
budgets? Yeah. And priorities? Absolutely. I don't see a problem with that. And I don't see but at the same time, I see a problem with it when we're fighting the same stupid war that Trump said would take 2 days.
And we talked about this at the same time, dude. If it wasn't him, I mean, and I know that sounds so stupid. You said literally don't say that, but it's the truth. I would trust it with Obama. I would trust it with George W. I would trust it with George H.W. I would trust it with Clinton. I would trust it with Reagan. I would trust it with all of them except this guy and Hegseth.
Where was Hegseth from? Wasn't he on Fox News? Yeah.
And he was a jerk off too. He was always fighting with everybody.
And then
he was even fighting with the conservatives that would go on that show.
Well, did you watch him? What was he?
Oh, when he was in the testifying this week in the House,
and
or was it in the House or Senate or Joint Committee? I don't know
something. But
it was a Senate because I remember senators talking, but there may have been House members. I don't know.
He said everything that he needed to say, though. I mean, I think, because you can't say that this 1.5 trillion is going straight to this Iran effort, but he was like, "Hey, Senator, you don't care about your soldiers, your fellow soldiers?" And I was like, "Oh, damn, he got him." Like, what are you supposed to say to that? Yes, I care, but no, they can't have any more money. That's awful, man. That's a terrible situation to put any senator in.
Yeah, but we shouldn't be putting our soldiers in harm's way, especially fighting a country like Iran that really doesn't have any substantial military or operative weapons. Well, we should be fighting it with drones and with planes. I mean, that's honestly, that's probably how World War III, if we get there, unfortunately, is going to get fought. I don't think it's going to be a ground war with soldiers. It's going to be...
Well, we might get there sooner than later, Dad.
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be terrorism on both sides. You know, the world fighting each other with cyber terrorism and stuff like that, and then it's going to be drones. I mean, it's a powerful way to live. I mean, have you seen the drone fireworks shows? That sounds silly, but think of how coordinated that has to be. And can you imagine that if you use that in a theater of war? You know, that kind of precision. Yeah,
it's not looking good. No. And I hate to be a fear mongering person. Yeah. And we talk about it all the time. You have to hope that things don't go this way. Yeah. But World War, this conflict might be bigger than what everybody else is putting on. Yeah. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. At this point, I think Trump is stuck between a rock and a hard place. The rock being surrender and looking weak, and the hard place being nuking the living hell out of Iran to prove a point. Yeah, but even the Joint Chiefs of Staff stopped him from doing it because he wanted to. At the beginning of it, he wanted to nuke him, and we might be going that blocked. Way. So we were recording this on Friday, and I made you look it up yesterday. Mm-hmm. We might be that way. He always bombs on Friday. That's the thing. He's canceled all meetings this weekend. By the way, there's 2 B-1 bombers that left England yesterday on their way to Iran. They don't necessarily have to be nuclear, though. They could be substantial. So that's the thing too. Like, if you Google if a B-1 bomber is capable of holding a nuke, it says no. But they were before capable. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. Why would they have that capability? Yeah, why would they cool that down if they could? It's easy as saying no, they don't, and then yes, they do. The easiest way and again, I've never served in the military, but I understand military policy and definitely understand military strategy. The easiest way for us to use a nuclear weapon in Iran would be through our submarines that are in the Gulf right now, and so we have to think of like that. That's probably the way if we would. And then, like I said, though, he has to get cleared through the Joint Chiefs of Staff because he's not. I guarantee you, he tried to launch a nuke at the beginning of this war. Well, I don't know if we know that. And they're saying it wasn't towards Tehran. He was going to nuke like a subsidiary city, like a secondary city in the country, just to show that we have the might. But either way, it's like, come on, man, we are the only country to ever use it, and let's keep it that way. You know what I mean? I mean, Not let's use it again. we used it twice, and let's leave it back 100 years ago. Yeah. So this is the last point I'm going to make, and then we'll move on to trivia. Yeah. But the $1.5 trillion rubs me the wrong way. Not because like I said, I think military should be prioritized a lot too. But when 1 in 5 kids are going hungry, and we can't spare money for that, because of his stupid, big, beautiful bill. I mean, if we had the money, if we were flush with money, which we should be as a country, we should not be operating on deficits. We should not be operating
in a hole whatsoever because we are the greatest economy the world's ever seen. We should not be running deficits every quarter or every year, and we should not be running a depression because that's what we're running. We're what is it like $38 trillion in debt now, and a lot of those bonds are held by China, and so we shouldn't be operating like that. I mean, honestly, anybody that knows anything, you balance your checkbook, you balance your account on a month-to-month basis with your bills, and we as a country haven't done that for since the 1950s, and look where we're at now, and it's like, ooh, I don't even want. I was worried, dude, when back like when it was like Clinton and those years. Not to say it was President Clinton's fault, but back then it was like $2 trillion, and now it's $38 trillion, and Trump himself is legitimately on the hook for at least 15 of that. So it's like, come on, man.
People aren't mad enough at this, and that's
because we all live on credit too. We all are like, oh yeah. It's like, come on, man.
And I saw this video where this guy was like, if they put, I think it was like 44 or 1 point something trillion towards everybody's student debt. Everybody has student debt, except for obviously I don't, but you know what I mean. For the majority, everybody does. It would bring like the economy would flourish better than it's ever seen because people wouldn't have to. And he was like, "Oh, if they just take the interest payments alone off, people would. I mean, the economy, but they don't think about it that way." And that's not a socialist take. You know what I mean? That's not giving away anybody things for free. It's just it's putting it back into people.
Why in the hell wouldn't we want an educated workforce? I mean, in every Western country, you do get free tuition at most universities except in the United States. And so I was smart enough to go to school when I was 18, and I had to take out student loans because I couldn't afford it because my parents weren't poor. We weren't poor, but we sure as hell weren't rich. We were middle-class people, but they could not afford my tuition. And back then it was like $4,000 a semester at CU, and it was too much. And so I had to borrow on it, and now I owe a shit ton just like everybody else, and it's not fair. Not because I think that you or any other taxpayer should pay for my education, but it should have been free to begin with. So,
that's my last point is this 1.5 trillion they had to fight for, but they won't fight for exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah. And obviously, again, I have to say, yes, the military should be a priority that we pay towards, but when it's done for reasons of an Iran attack, it doesn't make sense to me when everything else is going so wrong.
And plus, we're not modernizing our military. That's such a good point, dude, because we're not modernizing our military. So, like I said a few minutes ago, the next war or wars or any kind of conflict is not going to be fought hand-to-hand combat with soldiers.
Well, we talk about it,
We don't have to have a standing military and reserves of 2 million people. 2 million Americans don't need to be on that. And we need to get people off of a career in military, except for what we need. Obviously, I understand we still need a few soldiers and leaders and that type of such. But the new wars are going to be fought with drones, and they're going to be fought in the air with drone planes. We don't even need pilots anymore because the drone planes, when they do like dogfight simulations and stuff like that, they're 1,000 times better than Maverick. her Iceman. I mean, you know what I mean? It's kind of like they're so more precise than a human. It's like,
So, get into trivia.
Let's do it.
Because we'll
the law of averages say I'm due for a loss. So
you are, because it's kind of this one's kind of hard.
All of them are hard, dude. I suck. But hey, I might have the button ready too.
No more button. I'm throwing like
you're buttoned out.
Yep. Okay. First question: U.S. history, like always. Are you trying to look?
No, I'm getting ready for that.
What was the original capital of the U.S.? The OG capital of the U.S.
New York.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty good.
It's not bad, huh?
You're not going to get this one though.
I almost said Philadelphia.
When did Washington, D.C. become the U.S. capital?
Ooh. See, now asking for a specific year, that's hard, dude. Let me say 1802.
Wrong.
What?
1790.
Really?
Yeah. At least that's what this thing says.
Well, Washington was still alive? Okay, 1-1, I guess.
Okay. What is Luke's call sign in the Battle of Yavin?
Red 5.
Yeah.
That's so easy, dude.
Okay, well, you're gonna win because these next ones are.
Oh, okay. 2-1.
Okay, who was the coach that led the Broncos to their first Super Bowl?
Oh shit, I don't know. Oh, that's so hard. Red Miller.
Yeah.
You know, my cousin's name is Ralston because John Ralston was a coach before him.
Really?
His middle name is Ralston, just like your middle name was almost John Elway. Aristotle John, AJ.
Okay, I don't know if you know this one, but I've said it on the podcast multiple times.
Yeah.
This is AJ trivia, by the
Okay.
way. When I was a kid, what was the one reason I was afraid to sleep in my room? Or why was I so afraid to sleep in my room?
Because it was too dark.
Why?
Because it was the paint. We tried to paint your room like the sky, and it turned out it was blue, very bluish black.
Yeah,
Dude. When we moved there, dude, you and your sister wanted to paint your rooms a color, and you were like, "I want mine to look like space." All right,
and it was
it
black.
did.
It was as dark blue as dark blue gets.
Dude, I'm not joking. It took me, because I obviously painted myself. I wasn't going to pay somebody to get all that pink and blue out of those rooms. It took me like 15 coats of paint, dude, to get them white again. That's all I did for the last 3 weeks of moving out is paint them.
I remember when you painted it because I went in my own room after being like, I got over the fear of the dark, but it was that dark in my room. But when I went in, I was like, damn, why didn't I just keep it like this? Why did I ask for navy dark blue?
We could have changed it.
It was bluer than your hat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was dark.
Yeah.
Like there was no light. Even when there was sunlight in there, it was still looked like night.
Dude, it was awful. It was so scary. And it got so hot in the summer.
Oh yeah.
And so cold in the winter.
Yeah.
That was fine.
Yeah.
I miss that house sometimes. Think about it often.
Yeah. Oh, it was a nice place. You guys grew up in a nice house, done.
Okay, I'm gonna you won trivia, whatever. I wanna what do you mean? Did you not win? Press it and we'll take that win away.
Well, I just have to say 10-2 after 12 weeks of trivia.
Anyways. Something that Shadow Jr. has been wanting us to talk about, and I've been doing more and you made a comment about it the other day. Flock cameras, what do you think about those?
Now, that's another thing. Again, I pay attention to all the news and technology and stuff like that. But now, okay, and they're calling. Why are we calling them flock? Do you know why we're calling them flock cameras now instead of just surveillance cameras?
That's what the company's called, Flock.
But they make it seem, and I saw a meme about it a couple days ago that it's like we're sheep, like a flock of sheep. And so it put me in the wrong frame of mind. I'm like, hey, wait a minute, I ain't no goddamn sheep. But it was like, and so.
Hey, wait a damn minute.
Like, you might be, I'm not, but yeah, flock camera has started coming up all over my shit, and I'm like, what the hell does that mean? I don't even, and I know it means surveillance. We're under surveillance.
Do you understand what it does?
10 feet, yeah, and it like repeats itself and it tracks you. It can track you all the way. Obviously, driving here to Old Chicago, I bet you're tracked the whole way.
Is there a flock camera around?
They're all dude. They're all over. They're on the top of the over here on 50th. They're on top of the light poles. Yeah.
Yeah, so it takes like data of your car. It knows dents and scratches and stickers. And
it knows if you have a warrant out for your arrest based on who the car's registered to, if this and that. And so it was like funny, like on The Office, like 15 years ago, Dwight was all, "Where you're on camera? Can you imagine how everyone's on camera now compared because they were on The Office on a camera?" But yeah.
Well, okay. I'm going to ask you something. Talking about, you said it earlier. Oh, I trust George W. Bush and whatnot. Obviously, I wasn't alive, or I was. I just wasn't functional, you know. And who cares? When the Patriot Act was a thing, how did that make you feel? Oh,
it made me feel like we were losing our liberties, man.
So do you feel the same way about Flock, or
it was different though because you had to be in the context of 9/11, dude, and so it was like, oh man, the terrorists just took down two symbols of the United States. Mm-hmm. Maybe we should be tracking them, you know, maybe. And like we were talking about it too at the bar the other day, dude. If you're not doing anything wrong, what do you have to really worry about? But at the same time, your civil liberties, it's like, I
don't want I don't want a camera to know that I go to work.
Absolutely. Or what my moves are and this and that. Uh-huh. Or did you see what happened? I think it was Monday. They actually went to DIA, got on a Southwest plane while the lady was boarding her flight and ICE took her into custody. Yeah. Obviously they were tracking her all the way into the plane and they went and did that. And so when it comes to purposes and nefarious stuff like that, well, again, it goes back to who's in charge, and it goes back to who's in charge of the presidency and who's in charge of Homeland Security.
It's not even about that right now. Because Peter Thiel's running Flock.
Yeah. They're all the same, dude. They're all oligarchs. They're all billionaires, and they're all doing the same thing. So I think it just so happens to be that Trump's the one in the presidency, but Peter Thiel Kakapil, or whatever the fuck his name is, he's the one that got JD Vance to become vice president.
Yeah,
I mean, legit.
And then you know what's crazy? I don't even know who Peter Thiel is. I was just watching.
I do from the
social network.
The social network. That's who Justin Timberlake goes and fucks with.
Yeah. I was like watching clips about that. Like on
that's the only reason
TikTok
I knew
or something, or
who he was 20 years ago. But
and like a clip of the social network comes on, and it was like Peter Thiel, and I was like, oh, "What do you mean? This guy's relevant now?"
He's like, "Go meet with him in your pajamas and talk shit to him." And then Zuckerberg digging
the Zuck. Don't mess with the Zuck.
F the Zuck, but say the word.
What?
F-U-C-K. The
Zuck. Zuck. That's okay, but no. Flock cameras.
So yeah,
what do you think about the people that are destroying them? Allegedly.
I don't ever condone breaking the law, but I don't see flock cameras in the law, even though I haven't done an audit of congressional law. I'm just going off the top of my head that there probably isn't a law in Congress.
And we condone, or we don't like if you pointed a laser at it and it broke, we would
never track you down, dude. After you point a laser at a jumbo jet, they were able to track you that way. They can triangulate from the jet to the laser.
Oh yeah, no, but
catch you through cameras,
people are hitting the flock cameras with lasers and then breaking the sensor.
Yeah.
Don't ever do that.
That's destruction of property. So I
get it, but
it's also
destruction of my liberty.
It's also civil disobedience.
What?
I love civil disobedience. That's what made this country great.
And who was it talking? I think it was Peter Thiel or one of them. It was like
Thiel.
They were like, "Oh, it's Antifa's breaking our cameras." Yeah. Shut up, dude. No, nobody wants these. I don't know. Nobody wants to be tracked that bad.
Yeah.
And then, like, what I think is scary is if somebody, I don't know, let's say I was in an investigation for a crime.
No.
Right. Oh, well, he was here because our flock camera. That sucks. Like, I hate that.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, could it help with crime? 100%.
Yeah.
But for most people that aren't committing crimes, that sucks.
Even at your apartment, I guarantee you they have cameras all over the place too. I mean, for security, but they can be networked into all that. Well, it's all at one big network.
See,
now.
I have a camera in front of my door.
Your Ring camera. You actually can opt in to have that be part. Do you know that now? If you're a Ring subscriber or any of those services, you can actually opt in to have your Ring be part of in any criminal investigation by any law enforcement agency, including ICE.
See, but I surveil my own property, my own stuff, right? Obviously, it's not my own property. I live in an apartment, but all my stuff are my things.
Absolutely.
And so that's why I have a Ring camera, just in case somebody wants to, or at the, I mean, it gets scary late at night.
I mean, your sister's moving to Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. She wants cameras, and I'm fully for it, but I don't think that she should opt into letting ICE use her cameras to track down people either.
I'll send her that stuff, by the way. We'll talk about that later. But I don't check the camera for anything, really. It's just more like...
See if anybody's messing with your door.
It's more annoying because I get a text every 20 minutes saying somebody walked by my door, and it's like, okay, whatever. But, dude, like, the reason why I got this camera, point blank, there was one night I was falling asleep, and I was falling asleep on the couch, and I heard the door knock, and I heard somebody jingle the door.
No.
So I was like, oh, that's terrifying. So I got up, did a perimeter sweep of the apartment. I'm not going outside. What are you talking about? Like, something's out there. I don't want to find out. And when I woke up the next morning, there was a black Sharpie mark on my door. Right. So I was like, well, I'm not taking any risks anymore. Mm-hmm. You know,
I think we know who did it, but
yeah. Settle down. We're not fond of, anyways. But so now when people walk by the camera, they wave at it, and it's whatever, and it's funny, and I'll go through the day and whatever. But that's for me and my own property, so I don't feel like it's the same for to be watched. Like I don't care to watch everybody else around out and about.
Yeah. Any infringement on liberty is an infringement on liberty, and so they are. I mean, they take away our freedom, and we as a people have to decide what leaders we elect to make sure that they don't take it any further than we want.
Dude, like sometimes I go, I don't speed because when I was a kid I lost my license, whatever. For speeding, not for anything. It's that dumb. I lost my license for speeding, so I don't speed anymore, period.
Yeah.
I get there when I get there.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal, but I'll occasionally go 5 over. You know what I mean? Not to be nefarious. I'm just keeping up with traffic. But how does Flock know that I'm doing that? You know, how does Flock, like, if I'm going 5 over and then they send you the fine in the mail? That sucks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because before it was like, oh, you get stopped by a cop and you're like, try to plead your case, and if he's having a bad day, he gives you a ticket. If he's not, hey man, get home safe, and you're like, yes.
Yeah.
But now it's like, well, you're caught, and here's your $75 ticket.
Well, we start talking about the future, which is coming quicker than we thought. Even Musk said a couple of days ago that within 3 years there aren't going to be any jobs left. And so, how are you going to spend your time if you don't have to go to a job? How are you going to spend your days? So, are you going to be going to the mall? Are you going to go eat at the restaurants? Are you going to stay at home? Are you going to podcast? Are we going to watch Bronco highlights? Are we going to smoke cigars all day? How are you going to spend your time? Just off the top of your head, I know you haven't really thought too much about it, but
probably go out to eat a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I enjoy it.
So I'd rather be home, and actually,
Really?
I would actually cook. I'd rather cook my own steak or cook my own cheeseburger, because yesterday I got a cheeseburger that was all pink.
Why did you tell me?
What can I say? I was just like,
I
turned it away from me. I was like,
I looked and I was like, yeah, I don't know why he's eating that.
It's so gross. And I was like, oh, cool. All right. But, all right, dude, let's, we got a good episode and we're hitting that mark where we're wrap it up a little bit, but those were good discussions. I like that flock camera. It's just, it's another way to say surveillance, but I've been hearing that a lot lately for whatever reason. It's like they're putting the narrative out there. And so it's something that we should keep a mind on for sure. And everybody out there, try to keep your freedoms.
Shout out D-Flock. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
You know, anyways.
So you keep your freedoms, and I don't know what else to say about that.
Well, allegedly, just the other day, or maybe a couple of weeks ago, Colorado itself is deflocking.
No.
Which, yay!
No.
Surprising Colorado win for once, you know.
Yeah, well, Colorado, they like to say, "Oh, it's a liberal bastion," and all this and all that. Actually, Colorado. I was a lawmaker here. We have made a lot of good progresses in the right way. Push it. If the governor was here, he'd push it. The current governor or the former. But all right. With that being said, like Age always says, like, subscribe, and share. And the only thing I have to say, keep looking at that. I think we might keep this on the set until we win it here in February. But to end this episode, and like we're always going to end this episode emphatically, God bless Bo Nix. See you guys later.